Today on the channel, we're going to party like it's an 80s Marriott in Atlanta, or we're going to open up Elite 92 Ric Flair. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mattel Elite unboxing and review. Today, we've got Elite 92 Nature Boy Ric Flair. But remember, for all your Mattel WWE needs, hit up WrestlingCollectorShop.com. Use discount code Kyle or use discount code Kyle10 to save. And today, Ric Flair at the table, possibly on my Mount Rushmore. I don't know how I can't put him at the number 3 spot with Terry Funk and the Ultimate Warrior. Personally nudging him just barely out of the top spots. But number 3, a strong number 3 on my Mount Rushmore. So anytime I get a Nature Boy Ric Flair figure, you guys know I'm excited. I love Flair, and this seems to be, I don't know if I want to say forgotten period of his career, but we're going to call it the forgotten period of his career. Mid-90s WCW, the NWO running wild, as we all know. Ric Flair and the Horsemen, a very strong Horseman faction. I personally absolutely loved it. I was a teenager. I loved Dean Malenko. I loved Chris Benoit. He was my favorite wrestler of the 90s by far, going back to the ECW days. So obviously that was a tragedy upon tragedies and fandoms, and that's a whole nother story for another day. But Malenko, Benoit, and then of course Arn and Ric Flair, and even Steve Mongo McMichael was okay. I could see through McMichael. I didn't mind it. But I love that mid-90s Horseman. I still say the biggest missed opportunity in wrestling history, in my opinion, was not officially having Curt Hennig as a Horseman. That turn made zero sense to me. I think it was an absolute travesty. I think Hennig and the Horseman would have been something special, and I'm just sad we didn't get to see that. It's just really the biggest tragedy in wrestling as far as things that didn't materialize that should have materialized. But I'm excited to add to my WCW shelf. There's a lot of WCW heads out there that absolutely loved WCW back in the day, in the 90s and even the 80s like myself. So to be able to put another Ric Flair in the old WCW shelf is going to be good. And this one's a little bit different. We're used to the Nature Boy Ric Flairs full of robes and full of stuff like that. This is just a t-shirt. But it is a Four Horsemen t-shirt, an iconic Four Horsemen t-shirt that Kyle used to wear when he would go to Monday Nitros. I loved this. I wore this shirt in high school back in the day. All the ladies loved me. They did. And they did, kind of. But I don't know if it was the Horseman shirt. But anyways, love this shirt. So it is something truly different. Maybe not all the bells and whistles, but you guys know third-party companies, you want a robe for this, you can dress it up. And of course, we have that last WCW Ric Flair we got with the giant 2-pack. We'll do a little comparison to that at the end of the video. But we got to do this like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We can take a look at the packaging, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, see where it goes from there. So there's the old Nature Boy. He's hunched over a little bit in my packaging, but it's okay. I'm taking him out. He's got a WCW microphone. That is a very cool, nice touch, of course. Soft goods shirt, like I said. And then he's got the green and yellow, because we all know Ric Flair, huge Oakland A's fan. 1989 was one of the highlights of his life and my young life when the A's won the World Series. And I think all these years later, he was celebrating that A's victory in his outfit right here. I don't blame him. Maybe somebody can fact check that and leave it in the comments. Ric Flair, though, got a little glamour shot there. Always strange. I like this look of Ric Flair, but it always is strange compared to, obviously, his 80s look that is so iconic. The short hair, though, it works for him. It works for him. I don't care. Ric Flair at the bottom, WWE Elite Series 92, True Effects, Ric Flair, Certified Authentic. All kinds of stuff going on. Mattel, 8 and up. Oh, Emma, sorry, you're only 6 years old. Don't be touching my Ric Flair. Got Nature Boy, look at that grin. He's smiling. He's happy. He's just having the time of his life, old Nature Boy. Don't blame him. WWE logo at the very top. Ric Flair and Elite at the top. We got the tail of the tape. We got the blurb, of course. We got the cross-sell. As you guys know, we're unboxing all these on the channel this week. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the old notification bell. So we're going to unbox all of them. Then at the end of the week, we're going to rank them. We're going to say, hey, who's my favorite? Who's my least favorite? Always tough to do, but you got to do it. You got to do it. So there's that. Let's see what it says about the Nature Boy on the back. From Charlotte, North Carolina, 6'1", 243 pounds. Finisher, the old finger four. Finger? The old finger four? Or is it the figure? Maybe it's the figure. Figure 4 leg lock. I used to strap it on my sister when I was a little kid. We've all been there. We've all been there. Career highlight, 16-time world champion, 2-time WWE Hall of Famer. As leader of the legendary Four Horsemen, the Nature Boy walked down the aisle and proved to be the man. You got to beat the man. Woo! There you go, Nature Boy, Series 2, running strong, running hard, running free like a young Lando Calrissian. There you go, see you later. Nature Boy, looking only like Nature Boy can look, right there on the mic. He is strapped in at the leg, strangely enough. Bust him out. We got the Four Horsemen fingers. I like that. Pop him out. There it is. See you later. Get out of here. Now, we've seen these Horseman figures before. I can't talk today. Figures, fingers, figures, fingers, fingers. We've seen these Four Horsemen fingers with his Ultimate Edition, so it's cool to get him here. I always feel like you always got to throw up the four fingers. You just have to. I'll probably put that on the other one. No fists with this Ric Flair. That is a little strange. Especially I love Ric Flair when he do the old punch, chop, punch. I just loved it. But we don't have that. So, I don't know. But it's not like I don't have 10,000 bags of fists that I could use for this. So I could do that if need be. But got those going on right there. Then you get down to old Nature Boy. Nature Boy Ric Flair. Let's pop this mic out. So it's a WCW mic. I want to say first time in the line here. So I do like this a whole lot. We've had other microphones, but this is pretty cool to get a WCW mic. Just your standard microphone with the WCW logo. Pretty easy to do, but means a lot. Instead of just a black one, I'm here for that. Then we get the old Nature Boy. Soft, good shirt. Like it a lot. WCW, Four Horsemen. Very, very iconic, mid-90s. It was in all the catalogs back in the day. Just a very, very solid shirt. Absolutely love it. I'm here for it all day long. And then we get the Nature Boy. I love it. I love this era of Nature Boy. I just feel like it's a forgotten era. It's good to get some figures of it. Just something different. And then right off the bat, I always notice it. Pinless joints on this one. Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, pinless. Can't ask for much more. I always love the finger tape on Ric Flair. I always have the taped up fingers. Those are shown here as well. And then he's got kind of the little Dutch boy haircut going on. This was a big deal in the 90s. People had this haircut. Old Kyle had this haircut. Even old Kyle, guess what? He dyed his hair in the mid-90s to look like Nature Boy Ric Flair. Bam, right there. I was like a young Nature Boy, strutting and strolling, rocking and rolling at an early age. Some say I still am. Pick up the t-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com. But I love this Ric Flair. I love it. I'm here for this. This is very, very cool. Sure, I'd love to have a robe, but I'm excited to get those t-shirts or that t-shirt. It's something different, but I like it. It's very plain Jane, obviously, without the robe. You just got the yellow tights, the yellow boots. You got the RF. And then you got the green knee pads. That's where it really brings home the Oakland A's, of course, as we know. But very, very solid. Very, very solid. I like this. I have no paint application issues, anything like that. Just a very solid mid-90s Ric Flair figure. You got to have the Nature Boy. You got to have this on your WCW shelf. And then I do have the Nature Boy we talked about with the giant 2-pack we got in the showdowns. I picked that up and I dressed it up a little bit. Yes, sometimes you got to turn your basics into elites, and that's what I did with this one. This WCW shirt was with, what was it, the Bret Hart Goldberg 2-pack. I took that out. I put that Bret Hart in a Canadian Maple Leafs jersey. So I had this. Perfect way to dress up a Ric Flair basic. I'm almost tempted to boil and pop these hands off, and I'll put one of these hands on here. Very simple you can do. Not too shabby, but once again, you got the green knee pads, the exact same knee pads. Very, very similar attire. He's got the green tights on here, and it is our first go around with the head. The Elite head, of course, a little bit bigger, but it is the same sculpt and everything. I think I even said when I unboxed this, there's no way they're just using this Ric Flair head just for this basic. They'll find a home for it somewhere else. Bam, there it is. Less than a year later, we have it on an Elite. But for me, it works in both of my collections. WCW shelf, you got to have Ric Flair represented. Now we got him in a Horseman shirt. We got him in a WCW Nitro shirt in the basic. I would like this version of Flair taken up again. Give us a robe. Give us maybe that bright green robe. I think he wore that around this time. Flair's got a ton of robes. I'd like to see a robed mid-90s Flair. Let's get those 90s Flairs out there. We've had the 80s. We've got the 90s. Now we got to get some 2000s too. I wouldn't mind some more 2000 era Ric Flairs in my collection. There's still a lot of Ric Flairs to go, and I hope they do get them. Elite 92 is a very strange set, as we all know as well. Only 2 of the talents are actually with the WWE anymore. That's really something different. You don't see that happen a lot, but so is 2022. Almost said 2021. So is 2022, full of surprises. Just like this Ric Flair figure. I knew I'd like it. I like it even more. I just think there's something cool about it. Maybe it's just because I love WCW in this era. It's cool to get Ric Flair from this time frame. And that's where I sit, as you guys know, right here at this table. But where do you sit? Where do you view this Ric Flair? Easy pass. We're a WCW guy. Like his robe stuff better. I understand that, but I think for a lot of people, there's a lot of WCW fans out there that have been clamoring for this. Now give us the rest of the Horsemen. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm here for it if it does. I'm a day one buyer. And you too can buy at WrestlingCollectorShop.com. Use the discount code Kyle. There you go. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on this Ric Flair figure. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. We're unboxing all of Elite 92. And then, of course, the end of the week, we're going to rank them in order. And then follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. And, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for the Nature Boy Ric Flair, I'm the Nature Boy Kyle. See you guys all real soon.